and welcome back to our discussion this month of why it's important to be working with a licensed real estate agent. Last week we talked about the experience and knowledge that agents bring to the transaction, and this week we're talking about getting access to property along with the collaboration and communication that takes place during the transaction. So first, getting access to homes. When a seller signs a contract with a listing agent, that listing contract says that all buyers must be present in the property with a licensed agent. So it's a contractual obligation between the seller and the listing broker to ensure that only licensed agents are bringing buyers through the property. So this is why when you look at a property with your agent, they're not allowed to give you the code, they're not allowed to let you go in without them, and in addition, they have to be very careful if they allow other agents on their teams to take you through the property. It's very important that the agent showing the property has booked that appointment and that the listing broker know which agents are going through the property. So please understand that this is a contractual obligation that the agents are trying to comply with. After that, the roles of the agent in the transaction are to make sure that they support their obligations to their clients. So each agent in the transaction knows typically the motivation and things that are important to their clients. And so as they negotiate the contractual responsibilities, as they coordinate people and tasks, and work to simplify the complexities of the transaction, they are doing that with an eye to satisfying the desires and wants of their own clients. Now, this is not always easy to do, but it is easier for agents to do it than for the buyers and sellers to work together, because the agents are able to take the emotion out of the transaction, and they also have the experience of knowing how certain things work. And typically these agents, if they're productive agents, have worked together in the past, and so they know who's going to do what and to negotiate their way through that. So it's very important for the agents to work together to make sure that everyone complies with the contract. So if there are 5 days to do something and you're on day 3, the agents are going to be talking together to make sure that those obligations are satisfied by the 5th day or the 7th day or whatever the contract requires. Pardon me. Agents also are coordinating people and tasks required by the contract. So making sure the inspectors go in, making sure that the vendors are licensed, making sure that the water samples get pulled on time and get back from the lab on time. And they work to simplify the complexities of the transaction so that the buyers and sellers are not stressed. I mean, you don't need to necessarily know all the steps of having a well chlorinated. But agents behind the scenes are making sure that somebody's running the water and somebody else is turning it off and somebody else is picking up the sample and tracking the test through the lab process. So agents like to think of themselves as the calming influence in the transaction. So representing each side with opposing interests sometimes, it helps us to explain the process fully to our clients so that everyone knows what's going on and so that we can get things done in a way that makes everyone happy. So we hope this information has been helpful to you. And if you would like to discuss it further, please feel free to reach out to me at the information below. Have a great day.